What I'm about to tell you in this video requires you to understand one thing. It requires you to understand that motivation is not a real thing. And in order for you to succeed in business, I think this is one of the most crucial things. Because I see a lot of people who come up to me and ask me, how do you stay motivated? What keeps you going? How can you get up every morning and want to do what you do? This is very strange to me because I am as far away from being motivated as a human can get. I haven't been motivated in a very, very long time because I believe that motivation is for when you are young and your parents tell you that they will buy you a bicycle if you get a good score in your exam, or when you grow up a little more and are 17 or 18 and you watch a video online and you will be like, I want to be like that guy, or I want to be like him, or I want to have girls around me and drive fancy cars and cool shit. Don't get me wrong, I want to drive fancy cars. I want to drive a Lambo. I want to drive a McLaren. I want to drive supercars. Cars are still like have a special place in my heart, but cars alone at this point in life are not a reason for me to keep going. When I got my first car, it was a BMW 5 Series and I was 19, and motivation definitely played a big role in me getting the car, because if I wasn't motivated, like I wouldn't have worked hard enough to achieve what I achieved. And I still don't believe I achieved a lot by doing that because I had no responsibilities. I had nothing else to purchase. I had no rent. I had no expense. If I didn't make money, all I would lose is the car, which I didn't want to lose. But still, when you're in your 20s, motivation is just stupid. And if you are in your 20s and you ask someone how they are motivated, you have a long way to go. Do you think the person in whatever country who's going around finding food, do you think they have to be motivated every day to go and find their food? No, they go and do it because, first of all, if they don't do it, they will stay hungry. And if they do, they have responsibilities because they have families to feed, they have mouths to feed. If you're struggling with motivation, it means that you don't have responsibility in your life. Because if you did have responsibility, if you did have something to fight for, you would not be struggling for motivation. Because as men, we have to be responsible. We have to be responsible for our family, up and down. What I mean by that is, by up, I mean our parents, our mom and our dad. And by down, I mean our girlfriend or wife and our children. I don't have children, but I mean, I would understand that the day that I have one, I would have to be responsible and I can't be struggling with motivation to get up and do the work. A lot of people who are struggling with motivation, I believe 99% of them have hardworking parents. If you're watching this video, and if you have an iPhone or if you have any type of mobile device that you haven't bought with your own money, then you have hardworking parents. Which means that if you look at your dad or if you look at your mom, you have to be ashamed. Because do you think for the past 20 years that you've been alive, they struggled with motivation? There were days that like they didn't work because they weren't motivated enough. No, because if that happened, then you wouldn't have the life that you have right now. They did it because they were responsible. They were responsible for themselves. They were responsible for you. They were responsible for everything. And they did it. They got up every morning. Doesn't matter. Without thinking about how they feel, they got up and they did the work. So why can't you? Means you don't have responsibility in your life. You should create responsibility for your life. Move the fuck out of your parents' house. Get yourself a car on a fucking loan. This is bad traditional financial advice, but this is gonna work. The moment you shit your pants about not having enough money to pay rent, that alone is so much stronger than motivation. If you already have some of this in your life set up, if you already have rent to pay, if you already have car payment, then Maybe you're struggling with discipline. So I watched this reel one day that there was a girl who was talking to her dog, and she put food in front of the dog and asked the dog not to eat it. The dog wouldn't eat it because even though its mouth was watering and it was dying to eat it. And then when the owner, the girl, told the dog that the dog can eat the food, the dog went crazy and started eating the food. Are you telling me that you can't say no or yes to yourself, to your feelings, while that dog can? You have a dog, you expect the dog to listen to what you say. You expect the dog to sit when you say sit. You expect the dog to jump when you say jump, but you don't expect that from yourself. You don't expect yourself to go to the gym when you've been telling yourself to go to the gym for the past, I don't know how long. You don't expect yourself to start your diet even though you've been telling yourself you want a diet for the past God knows however long. Are you telling me that you, as a person who came to this world, can't even ignore your own feelings, can't control your mind to do what you want to do? Every step of the way at life, we have two choices. When we get back home from a long day of work, maybe your boss shouted at you, maybe you have two choices. You have the choice to complain and eat junk food and watch a movie and go to bed, or you have the choice to put your head down and figure out how to make things better so that in another year you wouldn't have the same issues. Anyways, this is something that I wanted to talk about for a very long time. Since I created my second channel, which is this channel, I thought it would be appropriate for me to talk about this because I get this a lot, and I get a lot of people to have said that to me in the past 6-7 years of me working my ass off, because I used to have a lot of friends that we hung out with. I mean, we grew apart, a lot of us, but some of us still hang out. And I want everyone to grow, and I want everyone to be the best version of themselves. I want everyone to go to the gym. I want everyone to be in the best shape of their life, have a decent diet, make at least enough money to live a comfortable life and be happy. I want to document a lot of the things that I'm going through and a lot of the businesses that I'm doing moving forward. So if you want to be a part of it with me, consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the bell icon so you would be notified when I upload a new video. I'm gonna be posting a lot of business tips, and I'm gonna be sharing my experiences and my journey day by day with you guys. I think that would be interesting. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.